Morning, everybody. We're gonna sit here and do a little sunrise watching and a little crappie fishing. The fish are fired up out here. That was my first cast, but they're swirling all around us. I'm not much of a believer in first cast fish, and you're gonna have a bad day. That being said, it happens a lot, which is really weird. I don't like to give credence to those kinds of wives' tales or superstitions. We didn't get one on that first cast. Maybe that's a good thing. I'm gonna see if you can see this water. Not really. The water is on fire out here. I think it might be a special warning. Trying to get those crappie. They're swirling around at the surface. Birds are getting fired up. It's gonna be a big day. What are you guys getting into? I'm gonna tie up. I got a little Bobby Garland on. I'll tie up a different one. That one's a 32nd of an ounce sickle hook. Put on something a little lighter. Maybe a 48th of an ounce. Turkeys gobbling. Turkey season starts, I believe, April. Headlamp on. That's actually a 64th of an ounce. That's a teeny tiny little slow little jig head. Morning, guys. We're gonna watch this sunrise and do some crappie fishing. There we go. That's what I was talking about. They're pretty fired up out here right now. Ready to go to work. Not too far from where you're living the dream. Not too far, so cool. Middle Tennessee. Yeah, we got it pretty good out here. I think we're about to see the boils happen right here while we're live. Oh, they're on fire out here. Oh yeah. Say Amazon on Golden Bear. I'm a Golden Bear. I graduated. Mount Juliet Golden Bears. Yep. Only 3. Man, I got some work to do. If y'all can see that sunrise. There's not a whole lot of spots that I know that face perfectly east like this. I got a couple different ones I can stand at. Makes for good sunrise videos. Man, these fish are going crazy. It's going to be a nice day to be off. Yeah, the biggest reason is going to be because there's going to be light wind. This time of year, if it's warm out at all, it's usually pretty windy. But there's going to be a light wind today. Wind is one of the toughest things to fish, one of the toughest conditions. So whenever I see a day where it's going to be 5 miles per hour or less, I usually get pretty excited. Man, everything's right now. It's not catching any fish. What's up, Michael? Yeah, it's nice out, but I need to get serious. I need to count this jig down. 2, 3. Last night I left them. I was up here fishing with old boy. They was 18 seconds down. Yep, out at Priest Bud. And you had to count it down to 18. I was already trying different depths, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Oh boy tells me they're down at 18 seconds. Their very first cast where I counted it down, I got a bite. And sometimes it's like that. So I gave that the old 18 seconds and we'll run that back slow. If we don't find them there, we'll try a different depth. I usually try real intently. Hey, from Germany. It's our first little boat of the morning. He ain't seen me over here at all. If you're one of these boat guys, you wouldn't expect somebody to be over here. I'm half a mile away from the nearest place to park, but that makes it a good spot. Headed to Center Hill Lake. I went to Center Hill Lake yesterday. Just an FYI, I know you're going after some bass there, Wade Life. Up by the dam. Hey, morning, AJs. Right up by the dam, I scanned with forward-facing sonar yesterday, all around where they're repairing the gates and the walls, the cliff face, all that area is just crawling with bass. They were everywhere in there. Like everywhere I went along the bank was just loaded with bass. If I was going to go there and try to catch them, I just went crankbait. Oh yeah, it's beautiful out here today. Yeah, floating mill. I was thinking next stop I go out there is going to be the Holmes Creek Recreation Area. Morning, guys. 17 people. Wow, that's a lot to watch me not catch a fish. Yeah. I, I had on a crappie jig. I was dangling it in front of them like a carrot. They didn't care for that. I thought it looked like the way they were acting, it looked like a crankbait might be the move. Just burn that through right up at the bank, the shallowest spots you can find. They were super shallow. I mean, like at the bank in a foot of water. And I could watch them when I threw in there. I could watch my little crappie jig hit, and they would all scatter. So um, definitely something to think about. They were a little spooky. It's really clear on that end of the lake, though. That's why I went live right there. I figured that would happen today. If we don't even catch a fish, at least it's a beautiful morning. Yeah, oh yeah, they're crazy active. Big fat bellies on them too. They're eating a lot. Hey, buddy. Thanks for watching, Jeremy. Have a great day at work. Lure selection in the hardware store. Okay, I will check that out. I'm trying to check out these crappie right now, though. I'm surprised. Yeah, Jeff, I'll be there. I got 2 hours to do this right here. And then I'm going down to the trout stocking. If anybody wants to join, there's going to be a lot of people there. It's because I'm not fishing for them. I know I'm casting and retrieving. but you gotta fish intently for these things. Like you gotta count down. Like I'm not counting down the jig right now. You gotta count it down every time. You gotta know exactly what depth you're fishing at. You gotta remember what you were doing during your retrieve that generated a bite. So you gotta be paying a lot of attention. I thought I could just come out here and haphazardly catch them. Well, yeah. I wouldn't expect you. You're right by the best trout, Middle Tennessee. But I'm not paying attention to my cadence. I'm not paying attention to how often I'm twitching. All of that stuff is crucial if you want to get these fish. I thought they would just be biting and it wouldn't matter what you did. That's not the case. You have to. That's what separates the people who really whack them from everybody else. Yeah, I'm down. I'll do it right now. I'll do it anytime. We went and did the West Fork Stones the other day. It didn't even make it to video. We only caught a handful of fish. It was loaded. It's always loaded with fish, but they were not happy that day. I have a feeling they have a pretty good disposition right about now out there. Yeah, that's typical. Well, we had that 0 degrees a couple different times for 2 weeks, and it made the bass in the really skinny rivers a little lethargic. The lake bass have been doing good though. They're still eating crappie jigs every time I find them. Except for out there on Center Hill yesterday. That lake is so unbelievably crystal clear. That's why I said I think a crankbait is the way to go. Run something bumping against the bottom as hard as you can. Try to get them to react to it. They were skittish in that clear water. It may not be as clear on the other end of the lake though. They jumping like that everywhere. Oh, yes, yes. I'm sure that showed up on the video too. What did you think of that one specific YouTuber talking crap about you? So funny. Hmm. Yeah, we all knew who he was talking about, but that doesn't matter. I don't think about that kind of stuff. I just got a crappie bite. Did you see that? He thumped it. So it was over here to the right, and it was. I had to count it down for 18 seconds, and that's super painfully slow retrieve. And thumped it. So that's exactly where I was getting bit yesterday when I left right at dark last night. So I'm gonna intently try to catch a fish real quick for you guys. It's yeah. I've been fishing for 20 minutes now. I made my first cast when I went live, and that was my first bite. That's pretty typical, believe it or not, of how it goes when you're trying to make one of these videos. I know it looks like, sometimes it looks like people are just whacking them the whole time, but that's not always the case. You get out here, you got to figure something out. I'm going to catch that particular fish right there. It's going to bite again. The trout biting at Center Hill Dam always. The thing about Center Hill Dam is that's my favorite spot. When I wanted to learn about the fishing out there, I made a New Year's resolution to go there 50 times in 1 year. I went 54 times that year. That's what you got to do. You just got to go, because you never know. Like, at some point in time, every day, they're all going to bite at the same time. Let me try to catch one of these. I told you. I told you. I told you. I said, let me catch a fish. I'm gonna stick it in his mouth, and then he is gonna wish that he had not woke up and ate his breakfast with better days. And then there he goes. He done got away. But I told you I'd hook that fish. I said I'd catch it. So, see how hard that is? How unbelievably hard. So, you get the bite, and you got to mimic the exact same thing again. So, that fish was, you could see it was real close. So, we had to cast real far away to get it, though, because that's what we had done the cast before. And he thumped it in the same spot, which was right up next to the bank. But you can't just like take it and just dangle it out in front of him like this and get that same fish to bite again. You might get some fish to bite, but that fish wanted it coming through a particular way, a particular time, a particular speed. He thumped it. It was a good one too. Not a big old slab, just a good one. Floating mill poses. Possesses some amazing fish. Nice one. Yeah. I catch bass on accident nowadays, unless I'm going on a kayak trip downstream, like on the Piney or something like that. I don't even like going out to the lake for bass. They're everywhere. When you see them, you can cast to them with the. I said to a client the other day, Mark. I say the other day. It's been a couple months. He was wanting to do the forward-facing sonar trip. He wanted to see if he wanted to invest in that Lowrance Eagle Eye 9 that I have, and I'm scanning it around. I says, "There's a couple bass over there." I turn around to retie something, and reeling the fish. I thought it was a crappie. I grabbed the net. I go to scoop it up, I says, it's a bass. He's like, yeah, I wanted to see if that's what those were. I was like, well, I told you that's what it was. But they eat these little crappie jigs real good. Almost as good as crappie do. All right, we got a fish. We hooked it up. That's the natural process of things. Make some casts. Get a bite. Figure something out. Hook a fish. Next step, hopefully we'll land that fish. Just like that. It's just that easy. That's a big one. That's a good one. That's a really big fish. Golly, I ain't had a tussle like this in a minute. Ha 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 ha. Do it. Do it. Do it. Bam. Now that's what I've been calling Labrador Retriever. Oh wee. That is a feeling right there. Ow, I just poked myself. Well, he wasn't going anywhere. Fish might ruin that hook. Come out there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm telling you. That one right there. Get him in the screen, Rich. There we go. Dang. I didn't bring my checker. You would need to check that one. Let's get him back. Three casts in a row. Bite. Hook up. Landed one. It's a natural order of things. And it did. Oh. Ruined. Where's the camera? Ruined. Janked up. That's bunk right there. When I grew up, we would say that. Oh man, that's bunk. Complete retie job. Says, hey Rich, I mean, it's just a hook. Bend it right back into. Let me tell you why you don't want to go to Reelfoot Lake. And anybody who's ever been to Reelfoot can feel free to chime in, because I've never been there. But I already know. The deepest part is like 18 foot deep. And like the thing about this spot right here is I'm counting this down for 18 seconds. And then bringing it back, because 1,000 crappie can sit right here. I've been out here in my forward-facing sonar and looked at this spot. It's so huge. There's so much debris and logs under here in this log jam. The first time I ever found it, I know there was 1,000 crappie here. And at Reelfoot, everything's all shallow, and like each crappie sits on each individual tree. So you have to sit there with your bobber, your cork, and your jig head or your minnow, and you have to dunk it like this tree right here. Oh, didn't get a bite. This tree right here. Oh, didn't get a bite. This tree. Oh, got one. And they're good, and it's fun, but like, man, there is nothing like finding a big old pile of these fish in a deep reservoir. Oh, we're catching slab crappie, bro. Welcome. Good morning. Um, these big schools, they get in these huge schools. It's just you can really tee off on them. Now that was 3 casts in a row where we hooked up or got a bite. It's gonna happen. That's a red-winged blackbird over there. Those are dope. When I hear those, the bass are biting really good usually. This ain't nothing like it. You got to be a little patient for the payoff because you're going to have to watch, um, you know, yeah, you can buy it 3 years at a time. That's what I do. It saves me a lot of money. My boat's registered till 27. It's a little cheaper that way. But yeah, boom, crappie. It's a patience thing, like just to get the jig down to the right spot. I've had to count it down each time, 18 seconds. And then you got to do that patient, slow retrieve. And then you got to give it a couple of twitches to get their attention. I've seen it all play out on forward-facing sonar. They're down in this pile. This thing's coming up above them. It doesn't matter. I remember the first time I really observed this. It was brown water, like delicious Hershey's chocolate milk mixed with Nesquik, mixed with Bosco, just thick, chocolatey. And these fish can feel this thing 10 feet up above them in the water column. You give it a little twitch, twitch. You see them just turn their head around like that, and they start twitch, twitch, and they start moving right up towards it. They don't need to see it at all. Yeah, 3 years on a sticker for sure. All right, that's 4 casts in a row. Ha ha ha! Can we make it 5? Yes, we can. Oh, yes, we can. good one. Ho ho. Come to Papa. Please come in. No, he's barely hooked. That one's not gonna bend the hook. Oh, we got him. And it fell right out, I could tell. It fell out. You catch enough fish in general, you're gonna see when the hook ain't got him real good. It wasn't that didn't have him really well, it was around his lip, but it was hardly through any skin. All it had was this point right here. Right through there. And that's a precarious spot, it can come out easily, but look, he's got a black nose. Let's see. The sun's the other way. I need the sun in front of me, not behind me. That's photography 101, but let's see. Look at that. Slabberino, 5 casts in a row with a black nose. How about that? Take your breath, young buck. Splashed water on my glasses. I know, I'm slaying them, dude. I figured this would be the case. Let me see, y'all got that sunrise in there? Yeah. The moon just went this way. It's going overhead that way. It's one of my favorite conditions is when the moon is in the sky all day. It just came up. We're about to hit new moon in the next day or two. And when that moon's in the sky and that sun's coming up, it can get wild out here. No, don't come over here. Can y'all hear those birds? Oh, look, see, that's what I get. That would have been 6 in. I just got a bite. Well, I guess we did get a bite, so that's 6 in a row where we got some action. I was looking over here asking if y'all could hear those birds. Red-winged blackbirds going crazy. You gotta pay attention, Rich. Appreciate you, Jeff. I missed my mark by about 10 feet. Too far left. I threw this thing 10 foot too far left and I didn't get a bite for the first time. I don't know about hybrid fishing. I catch hybrids on accident, sometimes on purpose, but not very often. When I grew up, we didn't really like target hybrids by fishing for them. We just sat on the bank with chicken livers on bottom. And we didn't worry about fishing for them. We just caught them. You use chicken livers on bottom on this lake, you gonna catch them. Hit the spot, get the crappie. That's all there is to it. Literally cast it to the right direction. Hey, John. Morning, bud. Cast it to the right direction. You're going to get them. Now that one got stuck again. All right. See if we can't get a little golden sunshine here on the sunset. Look there. Let it flip y'all around. Now that the sun is up, get you a better view of what's going on. 43, 44 minutes in. Man, we had to do some work. It took intent is what it took. It's not hard. You just have to fish real intently. What does that mean? Well, you got to pay close attention to every little thing you're doing. I probably need to glue this jig head down. The details. All the little details. That's what makes a difference. The biggest difference for people. Crack open that super glue. There we go. Now that we've got a bite where each time we cast to that spot and do the same thing, we get a bite every time. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this jig head down. Just a little dab of will do you. Just got to let it sit for a second. That's that 64th of an ounce jig head. When I started, I was throwing a 32nd of an ounce. It's just twice as heavy and it sinks twice as fast, and when you're running it back to you, it runs back twice as fast. It wasn't the right number. It was a little too quick for him. That one jumped right in that sunshine. Let me see if I can. Got this other pole with me. Let's get that heavier jig head, but I'm gonna give it a shot while I'm waiting on that glue. One hit it. Turkey's gobbling. Man, we got it. Yeah, he thumped it though. I mean, that thing cracked it. You can tell when they come up and hit the jig head and then turn away. What they do is they see something above their head and they come up for it, smack it, and they turn back down, you know, all in one move. And it provides this sensation. It's a thump. Ooh wee, we're on something special this morning. This is a lot of fun. Might as well go back after him with this one. When you figure it out, you flat figure it out. That's all there is to it. 18 seconds down with both jig heads, which doesn't make any sense because I know they're not sinking to the same depth. Slow retrieve, a couple of twitches. Good luck out there, buddy. Dang. He hammered it. He got it down. We're going to ruin another jig head. Bring lots of jig heads with you. There we go. So if they're going to hit that one, I'm not going to bother with that 64th of an ounce. That's too hard. It's too slow. I missed him. Missed you. Yeah. Missed you. Holy guacamole. Holy moly. That might not be a crappie. It is. It makes some other ones look small. That's a big dog. Dang. I was up here with my homeboy yesterday, Joshua. I was trying to tell you, Joshua, them bigger ones are over here to the right. Dang, look at that fish. holy, holy crap. You know, of all the days to not bring your bucket, right? Well, it's a half a mile walk in here. So I was like thinking about it, and I was like, well, Rich, you know you're going to catch a bunch of big slabs. And then it's just going to be super heavy on the way out. What we'll do is we'll just get the boat. We'll come back in the boat this afternoon, and we'll pull a bunch of these out of here. That'll be a lot easier to carry them home. Holy smokes. I tore them up at Tuesday at Steer Creek. I don't doubt it. Look at that thing. Dang. Yeah, that thing was massive. Oh, Dale. Hello, good morning. Jeremy, Papa. Good morning, Papa. This out at Stewart Creek? No, I'm not at Stewart Creek. I am slabbing them out here right now. This location doesn't have a boat ramp nearby. You gotta walk in here from the street. I'm from the streets, Matt. I'm from the streets. All right, that's what's doing it. It looks raggedy and janky right now. Yeah. Let's get another one. Oh, I got a little time. 54 minutes in. Yeah, I was gonna do this a little longer than an hour, so we can get a few more slabs. Then I gotta go trout fishing. They're doing a trout stocking this morning, and I want to be there for that. Then I gotta get some lunch, and then it'll be time to go afternoon fishing. I'm gonna come back out in the boat, go after these crappie. It's a good day. You guys should go ahead and just call in sick. That was so funny. That fish give me the tasty, tasty What is this? Kissy kissy. He didn't come, he didn't thump it. He gives the old it's a slab. It's just every cast. It's a slab. This is insane. He get the old look at this hook. Hey man, we have done had a couple that and now this thing, look at that. That was it. That's insane. Because he was just giving the old kissy kissy. I felt him. He had it just like that. I was able to just pull him in. He never was hooked at any point in time. Golly. He's just kissing on it. Down there kissing on it. They do that sometimes. All right. Let's get us some more, man. It's unbelievable. Well, I got a hit and I missed him. Do, 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 do. Oh, where are you guys at? What are y'all looking at? Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Y'all guys got to move completely. That was terrible. What are we looking at here? Ah, that's better. Anyway. Oh yeah, I had it set up watching that sunrise. Sunrise is over. He got that jig head, pulled that soft plastic down it. Never stood a chance. He was kissing on that end of it. He didn't have that hook in his mouth. We're gonna go ahead and set this aside. I hate to do it because it's working so well. I'm gonna glue that soft plastic on there. I'm gonna get rid of that one. It's chewed up. It done caught a lot of fish. Alright, let's put this on. Another Bobby Garland, 2-inch pearl color. Baby Chad, my favorite. That's it. Cheap super glue. The Duro, the little 88-cent bottles. I like that Gorilla Glue gel because it doesn't dry up on you. These little super glues tubes, they dry up on you, but it just depends. Lately I've been using a lot. Like every day I'm dabbing several dabs of super glue, so I've been getting pretty good use out of those smaller tubes. They're a lot cheaper, so there's that. Okay, we are ready to smack some more. I've got this one all glued up. This, that 64th of an ounce we started with, is ready to roll. I have a feeling we'll get one on this cast. I had a feeling that a crappie would bite on that cast, that a crappie would bite on that cast, and that crappie done bit on that cast. I had a feeling. Oh, he got me. Went under my glasses into my open eye hole with the flipped water off the tail. Oh, and he got it in his brain. It's so, that last hook fell out. This one is in there so bad. Man. You bang too? Okay. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hey, we didn't ruin the hook. We got it out of there. Nice. I gotta get my lenses cleaned off here. He flipped that water inside my open eye socket. Alright, let's see what's going on. It's every cast. I know a lot of people use like scent and juice and even those little crappie nibbles on the tip of the hook right here. Um, I put Duro super glue on mine. I don't think that necessarily um, is something that they like. They're like, ooh, this smells and tastes like super glue. Well, I really don't think that the scent and stuff matters all that much. I mean, it may. It may. I don't have any empirical evidence, just some anecdotal. Like, hey, I don't do that, and it works out pretty well. I've got a piece of this fish stuck on here from where it was inside his brain. That's what made me think of it. There we go. Get it off of there. I like a nice clean hook. Yeah, my morning wake up. I didn't need that. I already walked a half mile through the woods on some slippery, icy rocks trying to get down here. I didn't need anybody to wake me up. But thanks, yeah. Thanks, Mr. Crappie. Appreciate that. All right, it's this direction. I got to cast right at the sun, directly at it. In 18 seconds. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So what happened? I set the hook. So great. So I set the hook, and then the fish was there at the surface. This fish was right at the surface by where we're standing. I could have reached out and touched it with the tip of my 7.5-foot pole. It was that close. All right. Good morning, Cindy. We're slabbing them out here. Now, this is a little guy. Y'all should have seen them hogs that come in a minute ago. There will be another one. Stick around because we're catching them every single cast. When you say that, though, you don't expect each cast to be so painfully long. It's a long time in between fish. I got to get back over there and I got to cast it to the same spot and I got to get it down 18 seconds and let's get started. same thing. I mean, right out in front of us. They're just getting tighter and tighter to this wall. And I've seen that before. I've been out here. I've been lots of places. Right as it's starting to get light out. When it's still really dark, and when these fish are scattered around. And whatever area, oh, this one got it bad. God, buddy, we done hurt this fish. Oh, it come right out. Woo! Woo! Oh, now we did. Now we hurt him. Come on, settle down. Please, no. Okay, good. So these fish, man, they get to scattering around in the dark because that little sun ain't beating on their eyeballs. And they'll be near the surface. They'll be hanging out whatever depth they feel comfortable at. And they'll just be feeding. And then as that sun starts to come up, it gets to shining on them and in their little eyes and stuff. And then they get to a place where they can like kind of get the but what they'll do is they all get tight together. A lot like penguins. If you've ever watched how penguins will stay real tight together so they can keep their heat, crappie will do the same thing. So like here's what they'll do. Like right now my eyes got this sunshine, so like a little crappie, he'll swim over here and I'll go right behind him. I'm a crappie. I'll hide my eyes using him, and then he'll see that and he'll be like, oh, that's cool. I really appreciate that your eyes are blocked from the sunshine right now, but I'm gonna jog for position a little bit, and I'm gonna get right over here behind you, and I'm gonna shield myself from the sun for a second. And they kind of stay real tight in a pile like that when it's super sunny. And when you find them and it starts to get sunny like this, they'll all start coming together in a pile. Like I said, when you can cast in the same direction and get them, it should be all day right here. They should be, as long as this sun is shining right here on this area, they're going to stick together real tight and try to avoid it being in their eye. Big one. Black nose. He got smaller all the way in. Oh, you guys got water all over you too. Bammo. But that's a black nose too. We got a couple of those now. That hook fell right out of his mouth. That's always convenient. This is crazy. Slab City. Yeah, we've got some hogs. Some absolute hogs this morning. Could have put some meat in the bucket. If I'd only brought my bucket. If I only had a brain. Yeah, well, I mean, that wasn't a slab. That was a little guy. But that's okay. Every single cast? Every single cast? I realize I don't go live very often, but this is why. I was here yesterday. Oh, that fell right out. I was here last night, and I'm balling this morning. Look at this. This is insane. It's every single cast. But these fish were here last night. They ain't gonna go anywhere overnight. They just gonna sit right tight. Um, for a few reasons. Conditions. I mean, they've been getting better and better and better for us. It's Friday now. It's gonna rain the next 2 days. People always talk about, oh, before the storm, before the storm. It's not, because these fish don't know the forecast. They don't know that tomorrow it's going to start raining. Conditions on the lake are going to dramatically change. Um, what they know is that the conditions have been getting steadily, like, staying the same, like, and getting a little better for them each day. For the last few days, it's been getting a little warmer. The wind has been dying down a little more. When the wind is blowing, believe it or not, it'll create current, and it'll push bait, and they'll have to follow it. But when the wind dies down, and that bait can just die down too, they can just sit somewhere, sit comfortable, pick off their food. This is every cast. And I went live before I started, right on my very first cast, because I knew I knew this was gonna happen today. It's not because of anything about tomorrow. It's because of all the conditions that have been getting better. They love consistency. How about brag and snag at I mean, that happens. I was standing there filming when another gentleman was running a rooster tail, and I happened to be sitting there waiting for him to give up his spot. He was really close to catching his limit of fish, and I knew that, once he got it, he was just gonna get out of there, which he did, and he let me sit in his spot. But I was just watching him run a rooster tail, and this lightning trout swam in the path of it and hooked itself. It came out of nowhere too, and he wasn't fishing for it at all. But when you're fishing for something legally in the state of Tennessee, and you foul hook it like that, it's a legal catch. I know, I know, I know. But that's the rule. I mean, you gotta, if you can take that up with TWRA, or you could even, hit up your representative and try to see if they can have that changed. But in the state of Tennessee, it's not called snagging unless you're intentionally ripping and a lure after them. Unintentionally foul hooking a fish is still a legal catch. But watch this. I ain't fixing to foul hook nothing. It's been every cast. I'm gonna get one in the mouth right now. Oh, that one did that kissy, kissy, kissy thing on it, and I missed it. And I slung it way up here in these trees. Oh no! We're gonna have to retie and everything. It's a conundrum. It's a conundrum. Ooh. Yeah, he ate it too. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't eat fish. That's fine. I like to catch these fish and make them late for wherever they were going. And then I like to, when I keep fish, I give them to my family. My mother, she's having a little surgery today. If you could drop a little thoughts and prayers in the comments right now, that I'd appreciate that. I'm thinking about her. She's pretty much all I think about. Love you, Mom. He hit it right at our feet. And I did the same thing again. I set the hook too hard. And I smacked myself with it. I gotta climb up here in this tree. And grab this jig head down. Oh yeah, appreciate you. Alright, this is the one they want. This was every cast. Let's give them what they want. 1/64 of an ounce. Painfully slow. Oh, shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Now that was a first. I'm sitting here counting it down. I'm about to get to 18 seconds. I'm at 17. I see the line jump. I realize something has hit it on the fall. I set the hook. We hear a little bit of drag. Ting, 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 ting. The fish is gone. We just about got one on the fall. It's hard. Yesterday, I would have never seen that bite. Today, the water is glass calm. It's just super still. And I saw that thump in that line as it was falling. Got him. Back on that A train. I like when they bite far away because you get to fight them for longer. Oh, hey, big baby. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Oh, come to Papa. Ooh. Come to Papa. Now there it is. Man, North Bama. Check that out. Oh, gosh. Roll Tide roll. All right, man. Thanks for watching. Guys, this was awesome. I'm going to go. Right now, I got to get to the trout stocking event. And then after that, I'm coming back out in the boat. Golly. There we go. Big, huge, giant slab. Number 4, I believe, on the morning. We did an hour and 22 minutes, and we slabbed them out. The first 20 minutes, not even a bite. Had to figure something out. This is what we figured out. If you like that kind of thing, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, you guys. I'm fixing to get out of here and go get some trout. Y'all have a better day.